Action Comics 989. This is the third part of the Oz Effect, and this kind of the main story of this one actually was less about Superman. Superman obviously was there, and he argues a bit with Jor-El as he's been doing. And like all these things are happening around the world. In particular, these missiles being launched between these two armies in this country, and Superman goes off to try and stop this, and he's making sure these chemical warheads. And even though he stops them, the retaliation side of it, the side that was going to get hit, it's like, well, they were about to do that to us, we're going to do it to them, and it seems to be escalating and getting worse. But the main bulk of the plot though is in Metropolis, and a suicide bomber goes into the Daily Planet and starts making all these
screaming
demands.
About fake news.
Screaming about fake news.
A little too close for comfort for me.
And Lois gets a bit of time to shine because she's the one who calms him down, talks him through it, says, like, I'll let everyone else go, I'll stay here. And she's almost kind of banking on the fact that, alright, Clark's going to show up. He's going to show up and save me, so I just have to stall. Which really made me think, I don't know why I've ever thought this before, but why doesn't she have a signal watch?
Yeah.
Feels like it just makes sense.
She doesn't feel she needs one. She's too proud almost. She doesn't want to feel like she is that dependent.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the general's daughter. You know what I mean? like whatever scrape she gets into,
she can get herself
she
out.
can get out.
But the tension here's quite good. Steve gets shot trying to be a hero, which makes you like Steve a little bit more because he's usually just this douchebag. But it's like, no, he tried to be the hero here and tried to like take this guy down.
Yeah, he tried to tackle this dude, but quarterbacks can't tackle. Everybody knows that. So
yeah, Connor.
I like that.
Everyone knows that, Connor, don't they?
We know that.
Yeah.
I know that, but I liked it. And he was trying to basically, he was calming John, right? Was he calming John down too? Like, your mom's gonna be okay, or was that Perry?
That was more Perry.
Okay.
I think so.
I just remember Lombard.
Yeah,
being
I think that was
Perry
Perry when they got out.
Yeah. So she's done all this stalling. It's quite tense, the guy's like storming around, like making all these demands and screaming and shouting, "No, I'm still going to blow this place up," blah blah blah. And obviously it ends with this big dramatic. It's like obviously you knew it wasn't going to be because the way it was coloured, it was in silhouette and you couldn't see who it was, but it looked like Superman. And it's actually Jor-El who saves the day, but obviously violently. He just flies into the other guy and throws him out the window to his death. Yeah. Which is the first sign to Lois that, okay, maybe that wasn't Superman. Oh, yeah, who are you? And he's like, I am Jor-El. I am your father-in-law, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, I've been watching from afar. He doesn't say a whole lot to her, doesn't say anything super, like, detailed. But then he says, oh, he's here. Because as this is going on, John's decided that, since my dad, because he sees him flying in as well, he thinks he's his dad. So he decides, it's time for Superboy to help. So he runs off into the alley. Perry is shitting himself because he's lost John. And, Mike's gone. And so he's going up the building, and Jor-El, so the actual end of the issue is that Jor-El goes to John, and Jor-El's like, hey, I'm your grandfather, and, this world's quite bad. How do you like it on Earth? How's Earth? It's like, it's okay. What if I told you there's a better place on Earth? And he's like, there's another planet we could go where you won't have to hide who you are. It's not just that little shit Damien from the Bat the Bat family. Yep. You can have people like you that you can talk to. And we sort of end with this cliffhanger of he's trying to seduce John over to the dark side by showing, hey, look at this planet. This almost Legion of Superheroes-esque shot of all these characters.
It does look like that, doesn't it?
It did.
So I thumbed through this issue, right? I never thumb through them, but I thumbed through it. And I get to that last page, and without seeing the context, I dropped it. I was like, no, there's no way. And then I read it. I was like, yeah, well, it's not the Legion. It's just Legion-esque. So, but I got excited for about 10 minutes.
But you know what it is? It's just a hint that John is going to join the Legion one day.
Yeah, well, he has to. It's Superboy in the Legion. Exactly. We've had Supergirl in the Legion. We've had Superman in the Legion. It's time for John to have his,
It's got to step up. Yeah.
Yeah. But, let's see, the whole reason that the Legion with Superman was around was because he kind of needed friends. And John has friends. He's got Damien, he's got the Titans.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any time-traveling friends.
No, and everyone needs time-traveling friends.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, I still think there's more to Jor-El than
I'm expecting a swerve. I am up, and obviously the suicide bomber, we find out that he even says in front of Lois, Oz told me, like Oz showed me the way. Like Oz is behind this, and the woman who's like sort of like is talking to him before he goes in, she's like doing more stuff for Oz. Like there's people doing things actively for Oz's plan, for Jor-El's plan. Now obviously Lois doesn't know that Jor-El and Oz are one and the same at this point. Presumably she will find out soon. But it makes sense that Jor-El was going to go after John. It actually makes a whole lot of sense that was kind of the path this was going to take.
We saw that in the Zod arc when he came and helped out John.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He brings that up. He's like, I recognize that voice. You're the one who helped me in that issue. So, not that he said that exact sentence, because that'd be weird if a character said, "Oh, you helped me in that issue."
Yeah.
But no, I like this issue more than the last one, because the last one was very much just Jor-El telling his story, and it was very kind of, it was fine. It had some interesting ideas, but it was very kind of just this one story he was telling him. Whereas this issue had a lot more tension and action, and Lois was involved, John being involved. I felt like it really advanced things for me.
I feel like this arc has improved every issue, because the first issue I was a bit like, okay, it's just about the reveal, but other than that, I didn't think the issue did that much. And then the second issue was like, okay, it's better, it's giving me some details, but like you say, it was kind of just, here's a story. Whereas this felt like, no, we have a plot, we have events and actions to do.
Yeah. Art was just fine. I wouldn't say I loved it or anything like that. It was kind of serviceable.
That reveal on the final page, it looks so great.
Yeah, it's a great image, isn't it?
And you can see John as like, you know, he's putting the crystal in to like sort of show him this world and stuff. Like John's like eyes are lighting up at the possibilities.
So he's thinking that he's gonna take John back to Krypton, right? Like that's what he's talking about. But Krypton don't exist no more.
Well, no.
So is he gonna try to
think that?
No, it's this planet with all these heroes he's looking at. This isn't Krypton. Okay. Why would these people be on Krypton?
Well, because they're all flying around like it's like they're, you know, Yellow Sun.
People didn't fly on Krypton, no. They have the powers because of the Yellow Sun.
They've all got Legion rings, and we just don't see them.
No, I just...
At least right now, I am under the impression this is either a fake planet that doesn't exist, he's just making it look like it exists, or it's a new planet we just don't know about yet that happens to have people on it that can fly.
Because he was talking about Oz is chosen, you know? So, like, that's why I'm wondering if he's just basically going to do this whole Ra's al Ghul, wipe everybody out.
Yeah, it sounds like that. It sounds like he's going to have, like, he's selected some people who are followers who will help him, but he's going to wipe out the rest of humanity, which, of course, Superman's going to have to stop.
Of course.
But it says next issue, the fight for Superboy's soul. So, you know, it certainly sounds like the next issue is Clark's going to have to try and convince John, no, wait, he's a crazy old man, don't listen to him.
I'm sure that's going to go well.
And I feel like, we're obviously going to fight at some point, naturally. It's going to happen. But I think the big thing is that I feel like Clark will ultimately have to realise, and maybe what will tell him that this isn't really Jor-El, it's just, no, like, it doesn't matter, like, you wouldn't be this bad.
See, I think it's kind of more interesting if it is really Jor-El, though. Like, if Jor-El got perverted and twisted in that sense.
See, I hope not, because for me, saying that Jor-El's actually alive, like, has Jor-El actually survived Krypton, for me, weakens the backstory. Like, it's just...
I don't know. I like the idea of, you know, then you have the ideal and the memory versus the present reality. Yeah,
but he's not Jor-El in the present, that who Jor-El would have been had Krypton not exploded. You know what I mean? Because,
it's one of these things where I feel like every time we reveal a new Kryptonian survived, I'm like, you're just diluting the premise of Superman. Like, I like Supergirl, I like Zod as the villain from Krypton, but you know, once we start
the Phantom Zone, like it's all filled in there, but like the fact that he was plucked out before, you know, he was completely dead from the planet that exploded. I still feel like there's more going on there, and if not, then I feel like it's a wasted opportunity.
Well, more going on in the sense it's a swerve. I still think it's going to turn out to not actually be Jor-El, at least not our Jor-El from this same timeline.
I mean, I think that's probable as well. I just think it could actually be interesting if it was. I can see the potential.
I see why it works on paper. Why like a writer writing a story goes, oh, I can see the drama that comes from this.
Yeah.
For me, I'd rather not. Fundamentally, as an idea, it just doesn't sit with me, because I feel like this changes the basic. This would be like, you know, back when they were teasing, you know, in the build up to Batman R.I.P. that Bruce's father was alive. Like, that had to be a swerve, because if they turned out, no, he's been alive this whole time, that would have put just a bad taste in my mouth. That they'd changed the genesis of who Batman was This is kind of the same for me. Like they can't just change the genesis of who
Yeah,
Superman
but-
is.
But I don't think it does change.
I remember
anything.
for like a month during RIP, though, we all thought that Hurt was Thomas Wayne. You know what I mean? Because the way that they handled it versus here, where we're thinking like, oh no, it's probably not actually Jor-El.
Yeah.
Just because of what's going on. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's just a taste. You know, it convinced me, Connor, 'cause it's just a taste thing. Like, it doesn't matter how they justify
I
it.
don't think it does physically change anything though, because nothing changed from when what Superman believed, and that it doesn't change the reality.
Well, either way, I don't think Jor-El's sticking around past one
Oh, sure.
more issue.
Yeah, probably
like,
not.
I just think it
Whatever's gonna
cheapens
happen,
it. Is basically.
if he gets vaporized by Manhattan, by that blue glow, then we'll know something's up, and But if we see something else, like there's another Earth, with a different Superman on it, then yeah. I mean, this is what's great about the multiverse.